Welcome everyone. Good evening. Welcome to join tonight's European Study Talk. Today is our finale of the series of webinar to introduce European higher education to Taiwanese audience. And our first featured school would be the Graduate School of Offenburg University. And it's our pleasure to have Lydia here with us, and she will introduce the programs and application for us here. Let's welcome her. Lydia?
Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to have this possibility to present Offenburg University to you. So thank you very much for this invitation, and I hope I can, give you a very good overview of what we can offer you at Offenburg. So I would like to give you at first a short introduction about Offenburg University in general. So I would like to invite you to study in English and live in Germany at the same time, because we offer you several international master's degree programs in English. So this will be my focus. But at first, a few dates about Offenburg University. My name is Lydia Schindler, and I work at the Graduate School of Offenburg University. So that's exactly the place where we have put all our international programs together. Offenburg University is a university of technology, business, and media, which means that we do not branch all possible subjects that you can imagine. We do not offer sociology or things like that right now. We focus on these three areas that you already find in the name here, because those are the ones we are really good in, and that's what we can offer you. We were founded in 1964, and we are University of Applied Sciences, which means that we have praxis-oriented studies. We put a little bit more emphasis on practical experience during the course, in the courses, as well as that the students also go into the companies and get practical experience too. So this is a very important point for us. We have around 4,400 students right now enrolled, and about 12% of them are international students. So we are very happy to have this international atmosphere at the campus. We encourage our students to go abroad. Therefore, we have operations with more than 80 universities worldwide. And we also want to have this international atmosphere at our campus. And therefore, yes, this is we are very happy about these 12%. And many of them are also studying in our international programs, so the percentage in these programs is certainly much higher even. We offer about half of our programs are bachelor programs, and the other half are master's degree programs. Both of them are taught on the two main campuses. One of them is here in Offenburg, in the city of Offenburg. As the name of the university already tells, we are situated in the city of Offenburg, so you have the direct, you can walk in 5 minutes, you're in the center of the city. And the other campus is also in a very nice little town, which is called Gengenbach, and that's where we have mainly our economic related studies offered. Something that's special about Offenburg University is also that we have a spacious enterprise network. I already mentioned that we emphasize this praxis-oriented studies, and this connection to the companies are very important to us, and therefore we're happy to be in a region that is a very prosperous region with many international companies and a very low unemployment rate. And therefore we're happy to have this great network with companies here in this region and also in France and in Switzerland, where we border directly. We are here in the southwest of Germany, and therefore the borders to France and Switzerland are very close. And something I enjoy very much, and also all students that I talk to, I know that it's a great benefit for them, is that we have this safe and friendly environment here. I personally walk through the streets of Offenburg at any time of the day and night, and we feel very secure. And if you come from a very big city, this is probably something that you will enjoy a lot too. Offenburg University has very well equipped laboratories and facilities. So if you want to study in one of the technical programs that we offer, this is especially important for you because these laboratories and facilities are not only here for the staff members or for the professors, they are here also for our students. You will be able to do your research work during your studies in these laboratories, or even do your master's thesis, for example, with the equipment here at Offenburg University. The close connection to the industry also offers you easier access to practical trainings, for example. So if you would like to do a practical training during your studies, you can get in contact with the companies around, and you get some you get some experience during your studies in German companies already. We have a very small student-teacher ratio, especially compared with the comprehensive big universities. In our master's degree programs, we usually do not admit more than 20 to 25 students. So very often you have batch sizes between 15 to 25 students. That's what is typical for our master's degree programs, and therefore you can be sure that you actually get a personal attention from professors, and you do not sit in a room, for example, in a course together with other 400 students, as it may happen in the big study programs in comprehensive universities, for example. And something I would think would be very important, or was also very important for me when I was studying, is that professors have themselves also experience outside of the university, professional experience. And Offenburg University only has professors with at least an experience of 3 years in private companies. So if they do not have this experience, they cannot become professors here at Offenburg. And therefore, our students can really benefit from this experience because these professors bring the experience with them into the classroom, and they can share the experience with you. Although we are a University of Applied Sciences, we also offer the possibility for you to pursue a doctoral degree. We do that in cooperation with traditional universities, and we have around 40 PhD students with us here at Offenburg University right now. Offenburg University is also one of the strongest universities of applied sciences in applied research here in southwest of Germany. And this is also reflected by the many institutes, research institutes that we have here at Offenburg University. So if we look at the different names of the institutes, you can see that there are very different aspects covered. Certainly, there's also research going on in other areas which are not here stated as an institute, but if there's actually a research institute for this area, you can be sure that in this specific area, the research activities are very strong. And so this is definitely a research focus of Offenburg University. So you have here energy systems and energy systems technology, for example, unmanned aerial systems, then the Institute for Pacing and Ablation. We have embedded systems and communication electronics, sustainable silicate research, for example. Then we have also Affective and Cognitive Institute and the Institute for Trade and Innovation. But not only, staff and professors are involved in the research, but we also want our students to participate already in research activities, and therefore many projects are actually here at Offenburg University where you can already get involved during your studies in the research activities. And I really encourage each student to get involved in one of those because it's a great experience. You work together in an interdisciplinary team, very international usually too, and you get the chance to really put into practice what you learned and even participate in very interesting competitions. They're very often, international competitions. So you get also to travel with the team to different places. For example, one of our most success projects that had a lot of success is the project called Sweaty. It's actually a humanoid robo that participates always in the RoboCup. And this RoboCup has taken place, for example, 2017 in Japan, 2018 in Canada, 2019 in Australia, and the whole team traveled there, and they have been twice world champion in a row all these years. The only year it didn't happen was 2020 because of the Corona pandemic, and 2021 they actually it was held again, but it was on a virtual basis. So this was a great new way to do the competition. But I'm sure in the coming year they will go back to the competitions in presence because it's just much more fun, I think. Although both ways are very interesting. And you see other projects here that are working in a similar way and that have been very successful in the past. So most of them, as you see, are more on the technical in the technical area. But on the top, you also see that Offenburg University is also very famous for its media faculty. And there is one event, very international event by now, that is called Shorts, which is an annual international film festival where students from Offenburg universities, but also young professionals and students from other areas, for example, from Switzerland, from France, participate and present their movies, their documentaries, or their artworks that they have created, for example, during their bachelor thesis or in their master thesis, and also during other projects. So this has become also very famous and interesting festival here at Offenburg. But now let me get into more detail about our programs. You see here on this list, we have, actually, they are not coming up, all of them, but they should be in just a minute. We have 6 international master degree programs that we can offer to you. Let me start with the program Communication and Media Engineering. This is our most traditional program. I hope you can see the list now. Communication and Media Engineering has always been a very successful program. It's even been ranked among the top 10 international master's degree programs in Germany by the DAD, the German Academic Exchange Service, some years ago. And it combines in a very unique and interesting way the areas of communication, IT, and media technology. So if you want to become an expert in the area of communication and media technology, for example, coming from a bachelor's degree of electrical engineering or IT, this is definitely a very interesting program for you that you should have a look at. Our second program here on this list is, they're actually in a chronological order here, has also been very successful for many years. So over 20 years, we have our MBA program, International Business Consulting, and it's been rated twice, listed twice already in QS Top MBA as one of the top emerging MBA programs. Have a look at this MBA program if you want to go one step further in your career and you want to go into project management or management consulting. Then this program prepares you perfectly for this professional positions or for a position in this area. I will later on go into more detail about the prices. If you will compare the price of this program, the cost with other programs with a similar quality, because it's a very good program, you will definitely see that it's a great price that we can offer this program to you. This is in fact, the reason for that is that some of our professors are actually coming directly from the private market, from the industry, but some of the professors are also paid by the state. As I said, we're a state university, and therefore the professors who are paid by the state allow us to offer this program to a lower fee to you. The third program here on this list is Renewable Energy and Data Engineering. This is a program that combines in a very unique way energy systems, smart grids, and underlying algorithms, and modern IT and data engineering methods. It has actually just been adapted about 1 year ago to the new developments and necessities of the energy market. They just realized that in the future energy market, the professionals do not only need the knowledge about energy generation, energy conversion, and the technical know-how behind that, but they also need to understand the energy nets and need to be able to deal with these nets because they are becoming more and more important. And therefore, you also need, if you want to become a professional in this area and be able to influence the energy market, you also need to have the knowledge about these smart grids and underlying algorithms. So this prepares you definitely very well for the future energy market. For the program process engineering, I can say this is also a very interesting program for students who were coming from a bachelor's degree, for example, from chemical engineering. It focuses on chemical and thermal processes, biotechnology or food technology. And what is very interesting is also that it's a German-Polish double degree program. So it's a really international program. You will not only be, like in all our programs, a very international batch with many students from all over the world. You will actually get another aspect of international experience because you will spend only one semester here at Offenburg University, and the second semester you will already be in a different country. You will study at our partner university in Olsztyn in Poland. And the third semester you can choose where you do your master thesis depending on your interests and the place you applied for, where you do your research. So at the end, you will then present your master thesis at Offenburg University, or you can also do it at the University of Olsztyn. So it's definitely a great program where you get a lot of international experience, and you will even receive a double degree from both universities at the end. So it's a real European program. And the next program here on this list, biotechnologies, also exactly the same structure as process engineering. So again, this is a double degree program of Offenburg University and our partner university in Olsztyn in Poland. And enterprise and IT security is the newest program here at Offenburg University, and it focuses on technical and organizational and legal aspects of securing IT systems. So if you want to become an expert in IT security and work or in companies or public authorities, this is the program that prepares you perfectly for a career in this area. If you want to study here at the Graduate School of Offenburg University, it's actually very easy for you to apply because we have our own application system, and therefore you can apply directly here at Offenburg University in our application portal, and you will get an answer right away if your application, well, sorry, not right away, but you will get an answer from the coordinator of the program if your application fits to the program and if it's considered for the second stage of the application process, where we actually then select the best students and they are selected by a selection committee of each program. And the first stage is really not a big deal for you. You just need to enter the portal and enter just a few personal dates and upload your transcript, for example. And that's basically it. We try to make it as easy as possible for you to apply. And therefore, we do the whole application process ourselves. The deadline for all technical programs is on March 31st, although the lectures only start in October each year. So we only start once a year. We have the application deadlines that early because our experience is that you actually need to have the time from spring to autumn to do your application for the visa application process. That usually takes some time, and therefore we prefer to have the application deadlines early enough so that you have time to get the visa in time to be here for the lectures in October. The only program that has later application deadlines is our MBA program that usually has application deadline in June. There are also some exceptions for students who already have who have a European citizenship or already have a permanent visa here or a visa, for example, a student visa already, also that works here in the European Union. In this case, you do not have such a long visa process, and therefore we can also admit you a little bit later. You can still apply a little bit later. What are the requirements for our programs? Well, the first thing is the most important point is that your bachelor's degree and your subjects that you had in your bachelor degree, have to fit with the subject of the master's. So the only program that's an exception here is our MBA program. Like in all MBA programs, it's also possible to come from a technical background, and then if you want to go into a management career, you can, have studied, for example, mechanical engineering or something like that, and then apply for the MBA. So this is the only program that makes an exception in this specific point. Therefore, it also, as in this program, you will have to pass a test during the first few weeks that you're here in Germany to assure that you have basic knowledge in the area of business. But you will get, in this case, you will get all the study material beforehand, so you have enough time to prepare yourself. And so far, everybody has passed as far as I know. So this is not a big deal, but it's just make sure that everybody has a basic knowledge in this business area. In all the other programs, the fact is that you already have to bring this knowledge with you, and you have to show that you have this knowledge by the fact that your bachelor's degree fits to the master's. And then certainly, yes, all the programs are taught in English. You have to bring to show an English language certificate. We accept TOEFL minimum TOEFL IBT minimum 79 or IELTS 6.0. The only program that also asks for German knowledge is our program Renewable Energy and Data Engineering. So that's the energy program. This is the only program that's not completely taught in English. All the others are completely taught in English. But this program is also partly, also offers some courses some courses in German from the second semester on, and therefore they already expect some German knowledge before you come, because then in this you will be able to follow the classes or the offered courses from the second semester in the second semester and third semester. Yeah, what about the fees? Well, for non-European citizens, there is a state tuition fee to be paid, which are 1,500 euros per semester. There are a few exemptions from this fee, but I have to admit, very few exemptions. What we can do is we can exempt 5% of our students from this tuition fee here at the university. We can decide ourselves, and there is a scholarship program for that. It is only possible to apply for this exemption and this scholarship from when you're already here studying at the university, and they will have a look at your grades and your engagement in also your different aspects here at the university. And therefore you can only get this exemption the second and third semester, but not in the first one. And there's a small administration fee of 134 euros, which has to be paid also per semester. Also, I forgot to mention a few partial scholarships that are offered here at Offenburg University. And again, same with the other scholarship that I just explained. They're offered from the second semester on. But I have to mention that they are not full scholarships. They're only small helps, small aids, financial aid helps, aids for our students. If you are looking for a full scholarship, I would advise you to have a look at the DAD database and see if one of the institutions that offer scholarships there are offering it for your specific situation, because very often they're very specific for specific an institution, for example, that says we offer scholarships only for women from a specific region, for example. But maybe you have luck, have a look at it anyhow and see if you can find a scholarship that fits exactly to your background. Well, and this is what I just explained are the fees for the engineering programs. The MBA program always has a specific and a separate tuition fee, and they are actually 11,349. But these are all fees together for the whole program, not per semester as the other ones. So this is the cost that you have for the 1.5 years. It's a very intensive and fast track 1.5 years program. What else can I offer you here at Offenburg University? Something we're very proud of is also our support service for our international students. And we did a survey about some time ago in which many our German universities participate. And we were very happy that our students actually rated us #1 from among all these participating universities in the arrival assistance for our international students. So we were very happy that we got this feedback, and we are always trying to improve our service even more. But I think we can already offer quite a lot to you. So we have, for example, the assistance in finding accommodation, which means that before you come here, we will try to arrange a room for you so that when you arrive, you will not have to look around, but you will be able to go directly to your room and have a place to stay. We have a senior buddy system, which means that there will be a senior student, an experienced student, you can turn to before you come already, and he will try to answer your questions. And he will also pick you up at the train station when you arrive and, give you the first information and show you around a little bit and accompany you during the first few days. We also have orientation events, certainly, where you will get all the information that you need for your studies. Usually in the beginning of the semester, each batch also goes, the first batch, and if you're a freshman, you go to a nice place here in the Black Forest area, for example, or to a nice city where you spend a weekend together and you get to know each other, you get all the information for the program. You will have usually an intercultural course and seminar or training. So this is a great start for your program, and you will have also the chance to get to know a nice place here in the region. There's also always the individual support and advice by the coordinator of each program. So there's a specific person in each program that you can turn you with all your questions and anything that you need to ask or you need to get advice during your studies. The coordinator is there for you, and they're very open and trying to help you all the time when you need them. We also offer a German summer language school, which means that you can also come already in September for the German summer language school. And it's a great begin to start your studies with this summer language school. It's the whole month of September. So if you want to participate, you just come 1 month earlier, and then you will spend 1 month with intensive German classes, and at the same time you have the chance to get to know everything with enough time. You can make friends with your fellow colleagues and other colleagues from other courses. You can get to know the university, you can get to know the region, and you will have some different activities that help you to get to know Offenburg, the region, and the culture. And I think it's a lot of fun also to be part of this school and to be part of the summer program. We also encourage you to continue with your language or German language classes during the lecture period. Therefore, we have different courses offered on different levels. So you depending on your German level, you just continue during the lecture period. And we also want you to have fun here at Offenburg. Certainly, at first, we want you to be successful in your studies, but we also want you to, feel integrated here, to have a good time here. And therefore, we also offer our cultural and social program with excursions into the region, with get together with people here of this area, get together with other students and so on. So it's great, a great offer for our students, international students, to get to know other people and to get to know a little bit here from the region and our culture. And certainly there's the sports program. Take the chance, you choose a sport that you like and go into sailing. For example, we have a lake right next to the university where you can participate in the sailing group. There's a sailing boat, a little one, where you can learn how to sail. We have a certainly mountain biker group because the Black Forest Mountain, a very beautiful mountain area, is just a few minutes away from Offenburg. And there are many other, classes or courses offered, like dancing or, whatever you choose. And one thing that's very special about Offenburg and the city of Offenburg is also this nice and familiar atmosphere here. We're all more like a family here at the university. We're not a big institution, we are a smaller kind of institution, therefore we have this personal contact with each other, and we know each other, and people are very open-minded, very open to new and international people too. And there's even a group of senior citizens that which is an initiative bringing together, let me say it that way. There's an initiative bringing together senior citizens and international students. And this is a very, great initiative that shows how open people from Offenburg are. I think this is also traditional because they're here in this international corner in the southwest of Germany. And these senior citizens, they just joined this initiative on a voluntary basis, and they just want you to be welcome here in Offenburg, to feel welcome here in Offenburg. They want to get to know you, to exchange, experience, to give you the possibility to get to know our culture, but also learn from your culture and so on. So many students have also already benefited from them, from these contacts, and I'm sure this is also a great chance for you. And once you get to the end of your studies, you will be able to participate in our job application trainings or in the recruiting event we have here at the university, which really shows the great interest of the companies of the region, but also, from a bigger area here in the graduates of our Offenburg University, because we don't even have enough booths anymore here in the university building. We have to do it outside now. Take this chance, and once you get, graduate, we stay in contact with us. We have an international alumni network where we want to stay in contact with you, but we also want to give you the possibility to keep in contact with each other and take advantage of this network. So once again, I want to invite you to the Graduate School of Offenburg University. You can be sure that when you come here, you find English taught programs, which are taught in small groups. You will get an intercultural experience, and you will have comprehensive individual service. And I'm sure once you graduate, you will also have excellent career opportunities. If you're interested, or if I could raise your interest, I will be happy to answer any questions. My last slide just shows, the university here in southwest of Germany with the nice, pretty building, university building in Gengenbach with the economy studies in the area of the economic area. As you can see, you have a very pretty area to live here too, with one of Germany's strongest industries. It's a very cross-national metropolitan area for Strasbourg in France, only about half an hour away, and Basel in Switzerland, only about 1 hour away. It's a dynamic area with high employment prospects and extraordinary living standards. Thank you very much for your attention. I fear I spoke a little bit too long now, but I'm very happy to answer your question if you still have doubts about Offenburg University or the programs that I just presented. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Lydia, bringing us very thorough information of Offenburg. Please feel free to leave your message if you have any questions to Lydia. And at the same time, I would just remind all our participants tonight, Lydia has left her contact information on the screen here. So in case you are encountering any questions when you are applying or when you are preparing for your application, feel free to contact her. But definitely, Lydia will give you very practical information and suggestions to apply. Today, our session is focusing on the graduate school. What about other like bachelor degree opportunity?
Yeah, we do also have bachelor degrees in the areas that I just mentioned, the area of, well, all technology areas and media and economic studies. However, they are not taught in English. So I concentrated now on the English master's degree programs. Those are the only ones that are taught in English. For the bachelor programs, you need to be fluent in German.
At the same time, if our audience is like already good at German, you are interested in a bachelor degree, definitely you can find information on Offenburg's website. They have all the requirements and how application procedure is for each program. It will be the deadline for that as well. So please feel free to make good use of their website information. For example, Lydia, isn't it like different contact person international student can reach for each program? Can I find the information on the website as well?
Yes, if you go to the study programs, the German bachelor programs, you will also find a contact person on each program website.
Right.
And if you have specific questions about how to apply from abroad, if you do not have a German certificate, for example, you can also always turn to the international office.
For the programs, is any GPA required for any program? Like
for
minimum?
some of the master's degree, yeah, for some of the program you have GPAs required. It always depends on the competition each year, which GPA will be required for it. And this is for the bachelor degrees as well as for the German masters also. But especially for the technical programs, there's actually less demand than offer. So usually it's not that difficult to enter a technical program as long as you have the necessary certificates. You need to have a certificate that's equivalent to the German entrance, university entrance certification. In this case, the Institute Ausländerkolleg in Konstanz. This is an institute that is actually doing the transfer of the grades from a foreign grade system, for example, to the German grade system. So if you want to apply to a bachelor degree, you need to turn first to this institute in Konstanz, ask them for a recognition of your certificate to the German university entrance certificate, so may give you the approval of it. And at the same time, they will also do the transfer of the grades. And this will then be the basis for the selection process as well for the German bachelor degrees as for the German master's degrees. For our English international master degree programs, this is not necessary.
All right.
You can apply directly in our application portal, and we will do the whole process at the university.
Which means GPA is not like it required for any English taught master program that you just introduced.
No, we do not require a specific GPA. You will just, your application will be compared with the other applications that we receive. And certainly if you have a good GPA, you have a better chance to actually get an admission.
Right.
But it's not the only point that the selection committee looks at.
Correct.
So for each program, they have different criteria. GPA is only one of them. For example, they also have a look at the grades in specific subjects that they think are very important. They will also look at your additional experience that you have in this area, for example. I can tell you, certainly your grades are important, but there's no specific GPA. And you may also, get an admission if you have a little bit lower grade than somebody else, but you have a specific experience in this area that counts, for example, as very valid for this program. So this is also something that counts.
Which means like it's gonna be a holistic evaluation of an application instead of like focusing
Exactly.
on certain qualification of them.
It's a holistic approach, and each program has its specific criteria on which they consider during the selection process.
Are these programs like English taught program are restricted? Can I ask this audience probably specify your questions or which part of the restriction you would like to know?
Well, we definitely have a selection process, as I already tried to explain. So we do not admit everybody. It depends on the program, but maybe 20%, 30% of the students are actually admitted. Yeah, there are different criteria. So at first, you have to have the fitting bachelor degree. So you have to have the main subjects that are needed as a basic knowledge for the master's. You have to have had in your bachelor. You have to be able to show that you have this knowledge. You have the grades are definitely important, but also other criteria depending on the program. For example, practical experience can be important. It's usually not a must, not a requirement, but it's a benefit. Language skills are looked at. Yeah, the English language skill is a requirement, and if you have a very good TOEFL, for example, this is also better than if you just pass very on the bottom level. So yeah, just many different criteria count together.
Okay, I think that's all for today's session. Thank you, Lydia, coming out again today and introduce the Offenburg for us. And hopefully we hope our audience find the information practical. Otherwise, you have again Lydia's email here on the screen. Please feel free to screenshot or note it down in case you might need to contact her for further information. At the same time, I think on Offenburg's website, you can find each contact person for each program. So definitely you can write to them and probably you can require more information about the specific program you are interested in. Thank you, Lydia, for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much that gave me the possibility, and thanks to all the audience that listened.
Definitely.
And I wish you a great week ahead.
I wish you a great day as well. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.